Good morning, everyone. Um, Coming to you here from my office again. Looks a little bit different because apparently walked out without giving myself the pocket pat down this morning and don't have my phone. So we're doing this from my computer. I hope you all can hear me well. My allergies have been going a little bit crazy this morning, so if I start sneezing, please just excuse me for a moment. But this morning I wanted to talk about time. Time is really, truly the most precious resource that we have. It's the only thing that we can't get any more of. We can always make more money. We can always accrue more things. Time is a very precious and valuable resource that we often take for granted. I read a study this week about why people are skeptical of the church, or why people don't want to get involved in Christianity. And one of the number one reasons was, well, they just care too much about money. They just want my money. And while Scripture does tell us that those of us who are involved with Jesus should tithe, should be giving generously of our resources, I would like to make the argument this morning that what you do with your time tells me more about your faith than what you do with your money. What you do with your time tells me more about your priorities, more about the level of your faith than what you do with your money. In our culture in particular, we often find it very easy to just throw money at things. The truth of the matter is, even most of the poor people in our culture, by global standards, are still very wealthy, are still in the top 1% of the world. And we find it very easy when things come up. It's easy to give a little money to the church. It's easy to give a little money to missions. It's easy to hear a need come up and say, well, here's a little bit of cash. Let's help take care of this. And not that any of that is bad, but often we have a tendency to throw money at things so that we can disengage, so that we can keep our time, so that we don't have to engage in more rigorous activities, so that we don't have to give of ourselves, give of our time, to get engaged, to get fully involved. But the truth is, the only way to get more time, the only way to get a return on investment for the time that we're given in this world, is to invest it in other people, is to invest it into the lives of others. That's what Jesus did very well. Jesus was always spending what limited time he had focused on other people, investing in other people, particularly in his disciples. And look at what that's done down through the years. He has had an incredible return on that investment. And the truth is, Scripture tells us that one day we're all going to stand before God, and we're all going to give an account of what we did with what he gave us, what we did with our lives, what we did with the resources he blessed us with, but also what did we do with the time that he gave us? What kind of impact did we have? When Jesus tells the parables of the talent, he says the master comes back, and the master expects not only what he gave, but he expects a return on investment. How are you investing your time? What are you doing with it? What person's life are you investing yourself in? We need to begin to learn, like Jesus did, to fully invest ourselves, to fully give ourselves to the people who surround us. I encourage you this week, find somebody. Find one person, whether that's in the church, whether that's outside the church. Find one person and say, you know what? I'm going to invest in their lives. I'm going to love them. I'm going to disciple them. I'm going to just encourage them. I'm going to invest in them. I'm going to give of myself to try to make that person the best that they can be. I'm going to invest my time and my effort that it might make an impact on others that will live on long after I'm gone. Look at the life of Jesus still making an impact in our world 2,000 years later. That's how you invest your time. Who are you investing in? It's the only way to get more time, to get a return on the investment that God has given you. Blessings upon you. We love you. Go in His grace this week.